Hey guys, you ever hear about Live for Love TV? I want you to like, share, and subscribe. Check it out, it's a bomb.
Yeah, hi, welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today's the 8th day, the 3rd month, the 22nd year inside the 21st century. I hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. Live for Love TV has to live up to its name. So today, I've told you before that I love you, all my subscribers, all the people that actually seeing me, regardless of whether you like me or not. The love is there. But I've never told you why I love you. So since the human mind always wants to know why, everything is why are we here? Why does this happen? Why haven't I got enough money? Why is I'm not with the person I want to be? Why am I not as tall as I wanted to be? There's always whys. So I thought I'd address the why I love you today, why Live for Love TV was set up, and why I love you. I have to do it in such a way so that maybe it's easier for an everyday person like myself to understand. It's not going to be too technical. Whenever you look on this wildlife film and you look at the Serengeti, you may see a lion chasing a wildebeest, and one is chasing the other, and when the lion catches that wildebeest, as you know, it's curtains for the wildebeest more often than not. The SUN that's in that sky shines on both of them equally. The SUN is impartial. Doesn't have a partiality towards what you like when you're watching the wildlife. Maybe you like the wildebeest, maybe you're on the lion side, doesn't matter. The SUN is impartial. Now, the SUN is impartial totally on the whole planet, not just on these two things, but on everything on the planet, every tree, on the weeds that are choking your plants right now. The SUN is impartial. I'm suggesting, and I've always said, that the state of human beings and their highest vibration is love. And that's a state of impartiality. That's not something you do when you start saying, I love her, I don't like him, I like him, I love her. That's a partiality, that's a limited being. And when your creator has chosen people and likes one set of people and doesn't like another set of people, then you're making your creator a partial being, a limited being. And you're suggesting that even the SUN in the sky is stronger than your creator. And that's the human brain and how it works and how it transmits its thoughts and the state that it's in. And that's where the confusion is. When you become at your highest vibration, or when you start to raise towards a higher vibration, should I say, you come into a state that's called love. And that state called love is just a state of love. It has nothing else. That's all it is. It's all in all. It's everything is everything. So it loves everything. It, as Christ would say, it also loves its enemy. People thought when Christ was loving his enemy, he was doing something special. Oh, he is in a state of love. He has nothing else. He's not talking about liking and disliking. He's talking about love, that the love is within self is transmitted. Just like when people don't like parts of themselves, they don't like their complexion, they don't like the fact that they haven't got enough money, or they haven't got the job, or they didn't work hard in school. They start to put those dislikes on other human beings also, because that's a state that they project. Once you feel it, you project it. So you have to raise your vibration to that state that is love. When you get to that state, or maybe it's a state that you may never 100% get to, but you continually working towards that state of love, you start to love everything around you. And when you love your enemy, or you love the person across the street that won't give you a parking space at any given time, still love them, because you don't lose anything by loving people. That's the thing people don't understand. They think, oh, if I love my enemy, they're getting one over on me. No, it's when you don't love them, they got one over on you, because you're now in a partial, limited state. You need to get to a state where you love all things, all people at all times. Now, you can love things from a distance. When you love something, that doesn't mean you have to go over and hang around with it, or do what it does, do what the person does, or people that you don't agree with their actual lifestyle. That's not what love does. So you don't have to do that. People are 5,000, 10,000 miles away right now from certain loved ones in their family, but they still love them. Whether it's their sons, their daughters, their mothers, their brothers, maybe they smoke, maybe they curse, maybe they have a lifestyle that the person doesn't agree with, but you and I will still love our family members and our friends and people that we currently love. We love them regardless of how far they are away from us. Why do we do that? Because we understand that state up to a certain point. But we've been taught to limit ourselves just to those few people, whether it's our family and friends. I'm saying you have to get into that state where you're completely impartial to all things at all time. When you get there, you're powerful. The more you love, the more powerful you become. The more you love out there is the more you love this in here. The more you love is the less fear you have. And as you love and you walk this earth without fear. And when people try to say things negatively to you and try to frighten you and, put up resistance against whatever you're trying to say or do, it's not a problem. Like people, put in the comments, say, I'm this or I'm that, or, this, or they know me, for instance, and I'm not this person that I'm saying I am. It's immaterial to me. It really is immaterial. I wouldn't have an argument with them for a second in a day. Say whatever you want to say about me or anybody else who's on that road to love. Because love doesn't deal with those things. Love deals with the positive it can do, not the trying to, change other people's state to be what you want them to be. That's not love anyway. I would love you to be a loving person, but I'm not going to try and change your state to be a loving person. You bring a horse to water, you can't make it drink. Only a madman will try and spend the rest of his life trying to make that horse drink. So you just portray what you're portraying. People will say what they're saying. You will have people who see themselves as your sworn enemies for whatever reason, but that doesn't concern you. Your love is too powerful. You know your time on this earth, in this body, is finite, it's limited. But the love is unlimited. That's the one thing you have. And if you even get there just for one day while you're in this body, you'll understand how it feels and why it makes you walk so upright and feel good and not have to worry about things people say or do or what's going on in any part of the world, whether it's the part of the world you're in right now or a part of the world somewhere else where all hell is breaking loose. There's still love there, just like the sun. The sun is shining on the two sides of the warring factions. The sun is impartial. I know that people always say, well, I want to be partial. I want to agree with him, or I want to agree with her. No, the loving state is not to be partial towards anybody. Don't be partial towards anybody, regardless of what they're telling you. Don't be partial towards them. Because if agreeing with them means then you have to join them in order to attack someone else, you've already lost the loving state. And you don't want that to happen to you. So keep coming back, keep pressing the likes, keep sharing with your friends and family and whoever. Just keep sharing with them. But more important than any of that, any of these algorithms and any of this little thing that they do on YouTube, is try and get to that vibration of love. And when you have it, you have it. And that's it. You are it, and it is you. And I guarantee you, the doors that will open for you, people will call you Mr. Lucky or Miss Lucky. Every minute they'll say, how did you get this? Or how did this happen? How did you get money? How did you get partner? How did you get this? They're always going to say you're lucky because they're in a partial state. Loving people don't deal with luck. We just deal with love. Take care. Live for Love TV.
People, one step more, one step more, one step more, one step more until you reach your goals. One step more. This is Live for Love.